Hi, it's Mike from 24 Hour Solar Power. Here today we're talking about the basics of solar panel technology. Now put simply, the sun shines down the solar panels. It's just photons, electrons and atoms doing the hokey pokey. So they put their left foot in, their left foot out, and the fortunate thing for us is we get solar power from that when photons and electrons start doing the hokey pokey. Now if you want to wear that in a t-shirt, you can buy that from the guys at the Off-Grid shop. Website links below. Different types of technology in there. Traditionally has been a mono, poly, and these days is N-type and P-type. We're just going to keep it basic. So a mono crystalline solar cell is pretty much just a pure silicon. So it's one type of silicon used to make that cell. Where a polysolar panel, traditionally they've been blue, and they use multi, so it's cheaper, it's not as a pure silicon, and because it's been cheap, it's been more popular over time. Now, traditionally, the basics of simply a mono panel will actually handle the heat, and they've actually performed better in hotter climates. And a poly panel in the cooler climates has traditionally done, they perform pretty good in a cooler climate. They're not really designed for the hotter climates. Now, the biggest failure point in a solar panel is actually between all the cells. So they've got a little solder that actually joins all the cells up. So once they've made the cell, they solder them all up. And what happens is when one of those cells get covered or shaded or something happens to it, actually reduces the performance of the whole panel, bringing down the whole solar system. So that's traditionally how solar panels work with a monopoly. Now we've thrown the SunPower Max in here. Now SunPower panels are made completely different to every other panel on the marketplace, and this is what's made them the most efficient panel available on the market over the last decade. Now what they've found with the solar cells is traditionally they've had 60 cell and 72 cell panels, and it's pretty simple. A 60 cell panel, each cell produces about half a volt roundabouts there. They join them all up, which gives the voltage out to make the solar panel perform. Now what they've actually found with the solar panels, if they cut the cells in half, so they take a 60 cell panel and they cut everything in half and make it 120 cell, it's actually made the panel more efficient. So just traditionally, a 60 cell panel, the best they got to was about 300 watts in that 60 cell configuration from an efficiency point of view. And when they cut all the cells up, it went to about 330 watts. So they got an extra 30 watts of efficiency just by cutting everything in half. And they did the same thing as 72 cell panels. So 72 cell panels have traditionally been used more commercial installs or rural installations because they're a bigger panel. They're a bit harder to carry up and get on the roof and stuff like that. So they traditionally added a few more cells to make it easier for the installers on commercial sites and bigger roofs and things like that. Now, if you look at a 60 cell, 72, then a 96 cell panel, you can see the SunPower 96 cell panel is physically smaller, or it's the same size as 120 cell. So the 120 cell, the most efficient they got was about 330 watts per panel, where the SunPower panel was about 350 watts. I think was about the best they got to in that configuration. So that's all the different technologies made up. And there's actually, there's N-type silicon, P-type, and all this sort of stuff. But that's just the basics of how solar panels work. Being the most efficient panel on the market is not always the best thing in your situation, in your budget. If you just do want the best panel on the marketplace, now SunPower do make it pretty much a different panel to everyone. They actually, SunPower make two panels. The Maxim panel would be the way it's made, the best made panel on the marketplace. And they also have this patented shingle cell technology, which is another thing. They've eliminated all those solders and joins on the front of the panel, which has also increased the efficiency. So if you take 144 cell, for example, this one, you can get 144 cell these days, about 370 watt, and that same SunPower physical size panel was about a 400 watt panel for the 144 sort of comparison. Thanks for watching. If you got something in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'd love to hear your comments below, what panels you've installed in your house and the reason you've installed them, or if there's anything we'd missed, whack it in the comments below, and we'll talk soon. Thank you, and have a great solar day.